In this next video, I'm going to show you how to make an abstract geometrical sculpture like this using techniques I've already showed you, plus a few new ones. So I'm going to delete this and let's start over. Just in case you have it turned on still, I turned off the grid by going to Show Grid. And so let's turn it on for now. So after that, let's go to Create, Polygon Primitives, and let's make sure interactive creation is actually off. And then let's go back to Create, Polygon Primitives, Platonic Solids, and let's click on this box next to Platonic Solids. And let's make sure that it's on icosahedron Z up, and let's leave everything else by default. So we'll create, and this icosahedron pops up. Let's scale it up by pressing R and scaling up. So now we're going to right click on the icosahedron to go into face mode. And you're going to cross window, select all the faces, and this is a new technique where we're going to press the shift button, and then while holding it down we press right click to bring up this new menu of other commands that we can do to it. And we're going to go down to extrude face and let it go. This window is going to pop up, and at the bottom, keep faces together. We're going to click it once to turn it off. And now you're going to click any one of these cubes to go into scale mode, and then you're going to click and drag on this center cube to scale down all the faces at once. Next, you're going to press the G key to repeat your last command, which in this case was extrude. So let's press G. And then we're going to do scale again by clicking this cube, scaling it down, and then you can see it's made this sub-extrusion of our original extrusion. And so now with this, let's actually press G again to do it again, and we'll scale it again down. And let's press G again. But then this time, let's drag this blue arrow so that it goes in a little. And now we're actually going to press delete to delete the interface. So now we have this hollow object. The next thing we're going to do is select some of these faces to extrude them out again. So let's click here, and by double clicking the adjacent neighbor here, it's going to select a ring. So let's keep so this is shift click, shift double click, shift double click, shift double click, shift double click, and then I'm going to rotate it and move around and shift double click, shift double click, and I'm going to go around and select all these rings. So this may take a minute or so. And so if you accidentally select the wrong face, you can press Ctrl Z to undo it, Ctrl Z to undo it, and then you hold down Shift again and double click the next one. Hold down Shift again, double click next one. So again, if I accidentally, let's say, click something I don't want, I can either Ctrl Z like this, or I can press Control click, which will deselect it. So I'm either undoing it or deselecting the previous one. So back to selecting, I'm going to continue pressing Shift double click, Shift double click. I'm going to go around and get all these. So I think that's about all of them. And with those still selected, I'm going to shift right click and bring up extrude again. So now this time we're going to leave keep faces together on, and I'm going to drag this blue arrow out. And so this will extrude it. And before this command is over, I'm going to press this cube, and I'm going to scale down a bunch of these faces by dragging like this, right? And now I'm going to press G to repeat the extrude command. So, and then I'm going to pull it out like that. And then I may want to, let's say, click the scale button and scale these down a little bit more. But you can see how fast and easy it was to make an extremely complex shape like this, using only a couple commands. Now we're going to press Q to quit the command, and let's go back to object mode. Select the object, press F to recenter, and we can spin it around and take a look a little. Remember, there's still smoothing mode, so if you press 3, you can view the object as a smoothed object, but let's leave it on 1 for now. Like any other object, we can manipulate it using one of the 3 techniques: by vertices, by face, or by edge. So you could practice moving some of these around if you want to make your piece a little less symmetrical, but I'm going to undo that for now. We can right click and press face to go into face mode. We can select some of these faces, shift select, and you can go in and selectively hollow these out by shift right clicking and going to extrude again. And then let's scale some of these down, but then this time keep faces together off. And then we can press Q to quit, G to repeat the last command, and we can drag this blue arrow out again to add a bit more complexity. And there you have it. You've made an abstract 3-dimensional snowflake sculpture, really only using 3 or 4 commands in Maya. So let's take a break and move on to the next video.